Hi, hello. Hi, sweetie. Thank you for joining. Let us wait for a few more people to join. Hello, Words with Sana. Hello, AAK Bowser. Thank you for joining. Am I audible? Just give me a thumbs up. Hello, Garima. Thank you for joining. Am I audible, guys? Can you let me know in the comments if you can hear me? Okay, great. So, in today's session, I'm going to talk about non fiction books, focusing on non fiction books, specifically non fiction books on Kindle. In the previous session, I have already shown you how to download Kindle books and read them on your any smart device. A few of you have asked me questions related to non fiction books, so first, let me begin by answering those questions. Hello, Divyeshwar. Uh, Thank you for joining. Hello, Hiral. Thank you all for joining in. So, I will be answering the questions you have asked me about non-fiction books. One of you asked me, what are the skill sets required to be a non-fiction writer? The skill set are not any different from what your normal writing skills are. There has to be fluidity, there has to be coherence, and of course, there has to be a language which can relate to everyone. And one of you also asked me how to make self help books more entertaining and engaging. I am not a keen reader of self help books myself, so I can't be the right person to answer that question. And how to make them more entertaining and engaging is again dependent on what topic you are choosing and the language and your target audience. Whether your target audience likes the book or not is also a question you need to answer before you begin writing a self-help book which you want to be more entertaining and engaging. The other question I was asked was, is personal branding important for non-fiction book promotions? In today's scenario, this is a relevant question for any book. It is not just for non-fiction or self-help books. A personal branding is important for any kind of book that you are writing in this day and age. You need to have a very strong presence in your social circle, offline social circle, and strong online presence, digital presence. So personal branding, I believe, is 80% important, and of course, your book has to have good content also. Hello, everyone. New people have joined in. Thank you all for coming. Uh, so, personal branding is important for any kind of book. In fact, it is important for any kind of service that you are doing. It's not just about being a writer, it's about whether you are an artist, whether you are an architect, or whether you are an interior designer. Personal branding is important anywhere in any field these days. One of you also asked me, is non fiction profitable? That again depends on what your topic is and who you are catering to. See, if you are writing a book which is about women empowerment, your target audience is women, of course. So you need to know what kind of women you are targeting. Or if you are writing a non-fiction book which is say related to a very niche kind of audience, which would be like, maybe say you are writing a book about baking, so your audience would be bakers, and then of course there would be foodies also who are willing to try out the baking tips that you are giving in your book. So yes, it is profitable, but you need to engage with the target audience first before making it a profitable thing. Hello everyone, new people who joined. And in today's session, I am also going to be talking about non-fiction Kindle books. Before I go on to that, I would personally want to tell you about the recent non-fiction books that I have read myself. One of those books is Sudha Murthy's 3000 Stitches. I'm showing a paperback. I know I'm going against what I said, but this is a recent book that I read in the paperback format, and it is one of my most favorite non-fiction books in the recent times, and a highly recommended one. Very simple, talks about the life stories of Sudha Murthy, the author, and various stages of her life, which the incidents taught her something in her life. So yes, this one is a must read if you are a fan of non-fiction. The other book I recently read in the non-fiction was What Can I Give? Yeah, this one is also one of my favorites in the recent reads. So you might want to try it out. Do you enjoy reading non-fiction or fiction more? Okay, so Original Drifter has asked me this question, and to be honest, I enjoy fiction more than non-fiction, and non-fiction is something I picked up recently. And one of the first books that I read was this, and yes, it has become one of my favorites in non-fiction. And since then, I have been reading a lot of non-fiction, so I guess I have to thank Sudha Murthy for getting me hooked on to non-fiction. And the third book, which I recently read, is by Om Swami, The Book of Kindness. Kindness is a trait which I believe we are losing out on recently, and what attracted me about this book was the title itself. Kindness is something which we are forgetting, and this book is, giving me an important insight about why we should be kind towards one another in a world like this. Thank you. And about today's book and Kindle books, more importantly, I am again going to download a book right in front of you. It is a book recent book, and I have been recommended this by someone very close to me. Hello to all the new people who joined. Thank you for joining. Hi, thank you for joining. Hello Tejasvi, hello Blogging Books and More. Hello Mukesh. Hello Tejal Desai. Thank you all for joining. So I am going ahead and downloading a book from Amazon Kindle. I am downloading the Kindle version. In the previous Instagram live, I have already covered how you can download ebooks from Amazon Kindle, and today I am continuing with that topic. And hello Tejal Desai, hello Soumya, hello Shalini. Thank you for joining. So Priya Bhatnagar is asking me, do you plan on writing a non-fiction book anytime soon? Yes, actually, my next book that I am planning on launching probably in the beginning of 2021 is going to be a non-fiction book focusing on the lives of inspiring women, and fingers crossed, the hunt for a publisher is currently on, and it should come out very soon. Hello once again. Sorry, there is a little problem that I am facing with downloading the book that I intend to download from Kindle. Just give me two minutes, guys. I'm extremely sorry for this interruption. Meanwhile, do you guys have any questions for me related to non-fiction books? I will be happy to answer them. Please let me know in the comments. I will answer all your questions related to non-fiction books. Hello, the handmade store. Hello, Priya Bhatnagar. Hello, Surbi. Hello, Glister Girl. Thank you for joining. This is taking longer than I anticipated. Extremely sorry. Yes, so the book that I intended to download has been downloaded, and now I'm going to show it to you on my iPad. Are you guys able to hear me? Somebody commented that there seems to be connectivity issue. Can you guys tell me in the comments? Am I audible? Are you able to see me, hear me? Just tell me in the comments, everyone. Hello to all the people who joined now. Bhairavi says hi, dear. Hello. Hello, Hansvilla. Okay, so now you are able to hear me, guys. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Just downloaded this book from my Amazon app on the desktop, and it is now available on my iPad also. So today's guest with me, the surprise guest that I spoke about on my Instagram post earlier, he has very graciously agreed to join me today, and I am very glad to have him on. He is the author of the book that I just downloaded, and it is a non-fiction book recently released, and it has got some great reviews on Amazon. He is a friend of mine, and I'm very excited to have him on the session today. Uh, so I'm going to go ahead and make him join. Stay with us, guys. The author of the book is going to join us soon. I'm just waiting for him to join us. Give me a few seconds. Hey, hi, Sandeep.
Hi. Yeah, hello. Hi, Manali. How are you doing?
I'm very well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Just logged out of from my office work, so it's good now. It's Friday evening, and everything feels nice now.
Yeah, looking forward to the
And
weekend.
yeah, yeah. Fortunately, I don't have work. I mean, some companies are asking employees to work on the. I mean, the workload has been huge. You must be hearing from a lot of IT people nowadays, like. So
Correct.
fortunately, I am not having anything to do tomorrow and day after for the office. So
Lucky
it's
for
nice.
you and lucky for us because you are able to
Yeah.
join us.
Yes. So thanks
Oh,
for inviting me, and
oh,
it's been
it's my
great to be
pleasure.
here, and I look forward for the interesting conversation for some time.
Okay, so a few people have joined us. Thank you all. Feelings and expressions, Ritika. Thank you guys for joining. And as I was saying, I just downloaded a book written by this person who has joined me, Sandeep Pawar. And the book is titled That Makes Sense. Can you show us the book, Sandeep,
Yes,
if you
yes.
have it with you?
Yeah, so I have my author copy, this paperback copy. So you must be this. So
Yes.
first of all,
I
I will
have
praise
the
the cover designer of it. So
I have the Kindle book.
yeah, and then its subsequent paperback is here.
You guys, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, Sandeep, I am very excited to know about this book. Can you tell us what this book is all about?
Yeah, so of course, for the readers, I mean, the today's topic is like more about the non-fiction books. So I would like to tell that this comes under a non-fiction. I was very confused to how to term this book, because this is based on my experiences when I went for a on-site visit to London, and
Okay.
spent some time over there. And then I was not alone. I was having some bunch of people with me. Let's say four. So we had
Okay.
some nice experiences out there, and so what I did was like I collected all those experiences. I had a lot of many thoughts while enjoying them, and I just compared it with how I lived for in India for so many years, and how I saw their culture, British culture especially, and then those all the experiences are clubbed together in this book. So apparently it's non-fiction, but adds my. I mean, I have the pinch of humor added to it. So maybe at sometimes I admit that exaggeration is there, the sarcasm is there. So this is not a kind of a very serious book, even though it's a non-fiction. I mean, a lot of many people are in the notion that the non-fiction books are always serious, always about the tremendous life experiences, how what the author feels, and like that. But apart, I mean, opposite to that, this book is a funny experiences what I had during my London tenure.
That's great, Sandeep. Sounds like a fun read. I would love to know the work culture difference between the two countries that as you are talking. That sounds
Yeah.
great. And would you mind reading out from the book a few pages or a few paragraphs?
Yes, yes, sure. Just I will just first of all, I would like to show to you the cover of it, because we had spent a lot many time and brainstorming, and I had my designer friend with me. He fortunately accepted that to design the cover, and with very, I mean, very thoughtful way we have designed it. I mean, if you can see uh,
Oh,
the
yes,
the
yes,
top
that's a
part of.
London eye. I
Yes, yes,
see a
the
lot of
top part.
elements of London
Yeah.
on that.
Yes, yes. The top part of it has all the UK elements, mainly London, and the bottom part of it has the Indian touch to it. So
Oh, yes, I
this
see
book,
Gateway of India.
so so in a way that this book reflects what is inside of it, and that's why I'm very grateful to my friend Sangeet, who has designed this cover. And
That's
yeah,
very,
and
very thoughtful, and I think it's very apt with whatever blurb you have told us about the book, and the
yes.
two cultures are clearly shown on the cover itself.
Yeah, so I mean, apart from book, the many people have already told me that they loved the cover, and I also loved it very much. So okay, so
Uh,
what
one
I
of
do is,
the viewers, just a second, Sandeep. One of the
yes,
viewers, I
yes, sure.
think, has asked us how long did it take for you to complete the book. So, would you like to answer that?
Yes, yes. So what this is my first book. So the this that makes sense is the first book. And when I was in London, when I was having those experiences, I thought of having the blog, and I thought of having the blog series of those experiences. But eventually, I I realized that this can be a book. So I thought of having a book, and then the journey began to write the book. So I guess it it took me 6 to 7 months after I came to India, and then in 6 to 7 months I could complete it.
With a full-time job, Sandeep. That's wow. That's
Yeah,
so. I bow
yeah,
down to
but
you.
yeah. So
That's great.
the full-time job actually helped, because I work in IT, and many of the instances in that is the IT specific, if you can relate. So um, the job actually helps me to observe the situations, and then create a story out of it, and then So I don't complain about my full-time job for the writing. Actually, it helped me a lot for those corporate texts.
That's great, Sandeep. So this must be a delightful read. I'm sure it would be a delightful read for all those people who work in the IT sector, especially. They would be able to relate to it, right?
Yeah, I hope so. And many of the things, I mean, if I don't deny that the IT touch comes apparently in me. I mean, every situation when I see, and then that particular factor comes into the play.
One of the viewers has commented, I want to read both your books.
Okay, thank you so
Would
much.
you like to tell them about the other books, Sandeep?
Yeah, the other book, fortunately, it is with me here. Just I will.
I
I
also
am.
have it. Let me also
I'm
show.
particular about the covers, and I I specific attention I give to the cover. So this one is called "Thank God I Am Fired," and it is a satirical take on the firing happens in IT sector, and how you can give a positive angle to the. I mean, even though if you are fired, then how can you see it in a positive way? That I tried to have it in satirical way in the book. So
Here.
be glad to hear your thoughts once. Yeah, that's the ebook cover, and then the paperback is with me.
I haven't honestly started reading, but I have read some great reviews about the book, and it's on my reading list. The next, and oh, somebody commented title is lit.
So that title, I before the book I started. I mean, I decided to write the book. That title came. I mean, I thought of that title, and I thought to myself that I should write the book on that title because that's very dear to me.
Okay, Sandeep, would you want to go ahead with reading from your book now?
Yes, just one, not much, but just one passage from the book I will read. Just a few things about the that makes sense is like there are some 10, 11 chapters, and every chapter describes the different aspects of the culture. I mean, one chapter will talk about the office culture, one talk about the food, one about the transportation, one about the shopping. How that different that is different from our culture.
So you
So
have
the
covered diverse topics as well. That sounds very
yes.
interesting. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
that I tried to do that in my book. So first chapter explains about the about me and the other three people who were with me to that trip. So the first chapter's title is IT and IIT. So
Okay.
I work in IT. So IT and IIT is my alumni. I mean I'm an alumni of IIT Bombay. So that's
Okay.
also dear to me. And not
So
to boast, but
all the
I'm
people
just.
listening to this, please note that he is an IIT pass out.
Yeah, so that's just proud for me. I mean, proud moment. So I just
You should,
not to
of
post.
course.
So and also this goes well like IT and IIT. So just try to do something creative with the
That's a
title.
nice
So
play with words.
yeah, so I will read. This is the opening of the book. So I
Okay.
will just read for 5 minutes. Please
Sure,
listen to
sure.
it.
Please go on.
One monotonous morning, with sleepy eyes, when I was slurping my machine-made coffee, my desk phone rang. The display informed it was from the HR department. Why was she calling? My heart skipped a bit, thinking of a possibility of my HRA receipts turning out to be fake, and in turn getting me sacked from my job. So I always have this fear of getting sacked from the job. So after two, three rings, when my neighbor looked at the phone angrily, I picked it up and answered them in the most innocent way possible. Hello? Hey, good morning. A quick question. Do you have a passport? Asked the voice at the other end. It was Miss Mosme, the HR. My heart skipped a bit again. Was that foreign calling? Was I so lucky? The best question any HR could ask you is, do you have a passport? Provided that is not just for your records. Her voice never felt so soft and silky. I had butterflies roaring in my stomach. My blood pressure shot up and made me dumb in excitement, making me numb to react. Still with shaking hands and trembling voice, I responded, yes, of course. It's brand new and so fresh that it smells really good. That's great then. Let's meet in after an hour. There is a lovely news waiting for you. See you. So it is just a start of the how the, I mean, on-site is
How you
just
got
like,
the opportunity.
yeah, so that's the small conversation and the starting of the book, and more of it you can read. You can download sample chapter actually and have a glance of how the book will be.
To everyone who's listening to our conversation, on the Kindle version, there's a great feature where you can download a sample chapter before you decide to download the entire book. And Sandeep's book also has that feature. So you go to Amazon and just simply download one chapter which comes as a sample. If you like that sample chapter, you go ahead and buy the whole book.
Just one update that one of the friends who joined me to that London trip has joined this chat actually, and
You want to say a hi to him?
hi Shivam, yeah. So he had just commented. So he was one of the members with me who we were there in London for the
Okay.
on-site trip.
Oh, okay. So he's also mentioned in the book.
The names are changed, and
Okay.
so the many of the incidences are for real, just a bit exaggerated for something. I mean, so that
So dramatic
no
kind
one.
of.
Yes, yeah,
Correct, correct. Thank you, Sandeep. That was very well narrated, and I am actually looking forward to reading it now because whatever you read, it felt very fictional. I mean, it is written in the way that it sounds fictional, but you have put it in a non-fiction book, which makes it more interesting, I think. So whoever has heard you today reading it out will be, I'm very sure they will be curious to check out your book. And
yeah.
it is currently available only in Kindle format, right?
Yes, yes. It's currently in Kindle formats available for paperback and hardcover. I guess due to lockdown, it's not available right now, but uh, e- eventually it will be available after
Okay.
this lockdown will get over. Then probably in the end of the month or something in the mid,
This is the
it
exact
should be.
reason, Sandeep, since you pointed it out. This is the exact reason why I wanted our followers and readers to understand how they have the option of Kindle also now, which is
Yes.
very, very easy and very feasible and very available to them, and they should explore it.
So
So,
just one thing about this Kindle is like you can mark the quotes of the book, and you can have, I mean after it in your library you can see all them together, or whatever you like you can jump to that and all that. That features
uh,
which digital version provides, they are very nice in Kindle.
yes, in fact, if you are unaware of any word that you come across in the reading, you simply select that word and it takes you to Wikipedia directly and you know the meaning of the word right away. You don't need to hunt for a
Exactly,
dictionary to look for the.
exactly. And the problem the problem with paperbacks is like if you don't know the word and then you take the mobile to search for that word, and there is
And
no
then you
guarantee
get
that you will
distracted.
return to the book.
You get
Once
distracted,
the,
right?
yeah, so here I feel that that's I mean that's a very nice way, I mean, have the dictionary inbuilt, so that just a tap of the finger and you will get the meaning of the any word you are not getting.
So you are
So
safe
that's,
from distraction also. One, you don't have to look for the meaning in your mobile. Secondly, you don't have to hunt for a dictionary at your home.
yes, yes.
Used to be a problem 10-15 years back because then we didn't have a smartphone, so the only option we had was looking in for the book in looking for the meaning of the word in a dictionary.
Yes, and the good thing about Kindle is again now many of the authors are publishing the short stories. I mean, just 10 pages or 15 pages, which are not feasible to have it in the paperback
Correct.
form. So that
Correct.
advantage you have once you have the Kindle and you are into the reading mode, then there are a lot of options you will get. So that is
anyone
also
anyone and everyone who's listening to this conversation, we are not being paid by Kindle to promote it. We are
yes,
just promoting our books which are available on Kindle. Please try out Kindle. It is very easy. You need to download just the Amazon app and the Amazon Kindle app. That's the only two things you require for reading books on any of your smart device.
yeah.
So,
Add to it just I mean for I mean who those who don't have the app, there is one a Kindle Cloud feature as well, where in the on the website mode also you can read the books
correct.
via
On your
Kindle.
desktop also you can read.
Yes, yes. So that is also a very
Yes, that
good
feature
way.
is also available. Everyone pay attention. Sandeep, that was
Yes.
a wonderful conversation, and for you as well as any all my viewers who are listening to our conversation, I have a surprise coming in after the Instagram live. As you all know, I have been doing the guess the title post for my upcoming book, and I have been doing that every alternate day. The last title went up yesterday, and so, as per the calculation, it is supposed to go up tomorrow. But the surprise is that the next title, guess the title post, is going up right after I end this live. So you can start guessing in your weekend is here. You are all free. Start guessing, sending me the answers, and let's enjoy the this one. You are going to find it a little easy, I feel, because a lot of you have been complaining that the titles are very hard to guess. So I made this little easy. I hope you guys
That's the good thing about the titles. I mean, that's the I mean, unusual titles are the best ones, right?
right,
So you
correct.
get that feeling of guessing it right as well. I mean, the simple title, you won't get the feeling of guessing it right.
Exactly. And there's no fun in making it so easy, right?
Yes.
I mean, there should be some brainstorming involved in the activity.
Yeah.
I hope you will also join in, Sandeep. Try guessing the
Yes.
title, which is going right after the live.
Yeah.
And
I
thank you for joining us, Sandeep, today. And thank you, everyone who joined us for the Instagram live. I hope you guys had fun. And do check out Sandeep's book. And if you want to follow him, you can go. Can you tell them your Instagram handle, Sandeep?
yeah, it's very easy. Sandeep writes. Just my spelling is sometimes
For
people mess up with, but it's Sandeep and writes in front of that.
okay, and
Sandeep
I
writes.
think one of the viewers has also asked Sandeep, can you send me review copies? I think it's a reviewer who is asking for a review copy of your books. You can
Okay,
respond to
I will.
them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for joining us, Sandeep, and thank you everyone who joined us for the live. Bye bye.
Yeah. Thanks, Manali. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Bye bye.